Hello, trainers of all disciplines, drafters of all types. I am Cossack11, and this is the MagneZONE. With me today, as always, Clutch,
Hello.
Sam,
Hello there.
and now that he has a host role and not a guest host role, as always, Adam.
I got upgraded.
You've been promoted.
Adam
Congratulations.
2.0.
Your responsibilities have now doubled. I'm kidding. They were the exact same as before. You just have a green name in the chat room instead of a blue name in the chat room.
Show up and talk every now and then.
Yeah. Okay. So we're actually So the format for this week is going to be a little bit different. Mainly, a couple things I want to go over right at the beginning of this. This week we're going over RDL's week 3 and 4, and the reason for that is because we were going to do week 3 last week, but the podcast was kind of thrown together last minute, and that was mainly my fault. I didn't really schedule or plan topics beforehand that week, and because of it, the quality was not up to what I would consider good enough to post. And so we're just going to be going over week 3 and week 4 this week, which is fine though. We're going to be doing general topics, but we're only going to be doing them once a month because we're running out of general topics. So if you have any ideas for general topics, please, description down below. Or not description, comments down below. We type in the description down below. See, I'm already off to a great start today. Cossack's up to his usual start. Anyway, we're also going to be covering... Our format's changing in general because we're covering another league now, not just the RDL. We're going to be covering Alola International, which is run by Grounded Gliscor, and it's been around for 5 seasons now?
5, that's correct.
5. And they just had their Season 5 draft not too long ago, and their Week 1 is starting this week, so we'll be covering that next podcast, along with Week 5 of the RDL. And Sam, you and Adam are in Alola International, correct?
That's correct.
Indeed.
And Omega's going to be filling in for Sam in that league.
Omega is filling in for me for the first 3 weeks. Clutch is currently filling in for me in RDL for the next
don't I know
battles,
Red boss.
including a battle against Cossack.
Yeah. Mime's putting
Got
gun to
me.
head.
Yeah, Adam gets me coming back from a break.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come back from a break with a vengeance.
Nah, you're getting ripped.
Bold words. Bold words. Already, wow.
To be fair,
Talk
it's the
starts
week.
now.
It's the week. It's the week after you come back from the break. So you play
Yeah, I play
Rochester,
Andrew
then you
first.
play Adam.
Dang it.
Yeah, so Andrew, if
It's
you're
a warm-up
listening, and
match.
you are listening,
Yeah.
this will be fun.
All right. So with that out of the way, and with the mandatory Andrew shout out of the way, just to make
This
sure.
episode is brought to you by Andrew.
Yeah,
It's,
Andrew.
you-
Appreciation.
Andrew, you're
we have the
you're
PBS thing where it's like in viewers like you, except it's in viewers like Andrew.
Yeah, like your continued patronage is the only reason we keep doing this.
We have a Patreon, and Andrew is our only.
I wish we had. I wish we were big enough to have a Patreon.
He's giving us 70 cents a month.
Maybe if enough people from Alola International jump in, and if we get enough subscribers, I'll consider it.
50 subs when we make a Patreon.
No, probably
Jeez.
probably closer to like 500 subs.
Nah, you gotta start small.
Yeah,
So,
but like
all right.
500 is what I would consider minimum for a Patreon to even be viable.
Regardless.
Anywho, getting completely off topic here. So we're gonna start with RDL week 3 and then go to week 4. And week 3, we're gonna go down the line like we usually do, and we're also changing up how we do our match coverage. So usually we go a little more in depth with each match, but this time we're just gonna go over a couple of the highlights of not every match, but just like overall for that week. So we'll do that after. We'll go through the highlights after we go through each match and the scores, and maybe like a brief statement about each match. Anywho, let's start at the top here with week 3, Adam versus Galesburg. And this was
This is painful.
that was a brutal match, man. It was 0-1 in favor of Galesburg. So it was a really close match, and I'll just read the rosters off. Rotom, Heat, Zoroark, Nihilego, Mammothswine, Primarina, Breloom for Akron. Galesburg brought Mega Lopunny, Necrozma, Sneasel, Empoleon, Roserade, and Tornadus Eye. So we'll talk more about it. I don't know. It'll depend on what you guys think are like highlights, but we'll move on to Brooklyn versus the Seattle Supersonics.
Ah, yeah, that game.
That was also a close game. It was 2-0.
2-0, yep.
It probably didn't feel like that close of a game.
It really didn't, just because playing that match, Santoro was kind of the one who made the calls there.
Yeah.
He called a Scizor switch in that, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have made.
Yeah.
I think I was switching. I had to switch something into his Mega Venusaur.
Right. Okay. We aren't gonna go too in depth into this, but yeah.
Well, yeah. I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
basically
I
Santoro made
was behind him the whole.
Yeah.
really aggressive reads.
Basically,
Yeah.
Santoro
thing
controlled
is
the pacing.
Well, the thing is, I felt like I had my path to win was just to field some crazy breakers and just go at him. And I tried, but the thing is that because he grabbed the momentum early, it meant that I didn't have a chance for things like a Banded Staraptor could get some hits in, but Banded Tyrantrum, which was my other solid physical breaker, just didn't really outspeed anything. It didn't really have a chance to hit anything.
That's actually why I didn't pick up Tyrantrum in the draft, because as Clutch lovingly points out, at every opportunity my team doesn't have a lot of speed on it.
Hey now, we're not going into details.
Nope. But anyway, moving on. Well, I'll read the rosters real quick. Brooklyn brought Xurkitree, Crobat, Arcanine, Dragonite, Reuniclus, Mega Venusaur. That Mega Venusaur just is packing in the kills.
Did it snag kills against me?
One. It snagged one,
Yeah.
but overall that thing
Just the one.
But overall, that thing's been packing in kills. It's been getting consistent kills through most of this so far. Anyway, I mean, we're only 3 weeks in, but... And then Seattle brought Staraptor, Starmie, Mega Caesar, Tyrantrum, Infernape, and Hippowdon. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on down the line. Why is the Battles 1 tabs just smack in the middle of all of the coaching tabs?
Don't ask about it.
I will.
Probably Mike doing some updating.
Some housekeeping? Yeah, probably. Anyway, Chicago versus San Antonio. Manaphy for San Antonio, and that's all. Anyway, moving on. No, sorry. That's kind of unfair. Chicago brought Espeon, Blacephalon, Rotom Cut, Flygon, Forretress, and Mega Absol. San Antonio brought Manaphy, Florges, Salazzle, Lucario, Crocodile, Megalatios. Manaphy got 6 kills. Moving on. It was 6-0, by the way. It was a 6-0 game. Mm-hmm. EC versus Ohio. Now, this was a good match, if I recall. Ohio won 3-0, but it was still a good match. You can still have a 3-0 match and it still be pretty sweet to watch.
Yeah.
And the EC team brought Porygon 2, Mega Tyranitar, Alakazam, Sandslash, Conkeldurr, and Heliolisk. EC's got some big hitters. Holy crap.
I still feel like that team lacks something that I would like it to have. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah, but...
I think Omega's figuring it out.
Yeah.
I think what you're leading to is Volt Switch.
Yeah. Lando T, Dusknoir, Lurantis, Ferrothorn, Snorlax, and Keldeo for Ohio. God, that Ohio team is just nasty. We'll get to that.
It just got worse.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
For reasons that we can discuss later.
We'll discuss it after. Well, yeah, we're going to be discussing the free agent transactions for week 3 after we discuss the highlights and stuff for week 3.
Okay.
But moving on down the line, continuing, we get to LA Chargebugs versus Oregon Golducks in a surprise upset. LA Chargebugs pull out the win against Oregon. 1-0. Again, a close match.
Yeah. I'm not sure that I'm ready to call that an upset.
I think it was an upset only because I don't know. I didn't expect Oregon to lose this, but
they both have good teams, but I think that their level of team is kind of on a similar par. I don't know. I would give the advantage. I'd give an advantage to Oregon in this situation, especially just because they played well.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't know.
I guess it shouldn't. I guess it's not as much of a surprise upset as much as it still is kind of an upset. But hey, I mean, good on Meta picking up that's a huge win for him because that's firmly put him into the race for
The division lead.
Yeah, for division lead.
He's in the division lead right now.
Yeah, and that's put him, and that's like so he's at the forefront of that race right now. And he brought Hoopa U, Taurus, Mega Blastoise, Kecleon, Salamence, and Cresselia versus Slowking, Stack Attacka, Mega Houndoom, Cloyster, Misdreavus, and Zygarde 50.
That match, that was Meta's first match that didn't go to time.
Yeah.
It was.
And the second match that he's won. So, moving on to the other LA team, which is the Solgalios, and they faced me, Liverpool, BC. They brought Amoonguss, Chandelure, Zygarde 10, Buzzwole, Melodic, Mega Diancie. I brought Jirachi, Sarina, Rotom Wash, Entei, Alolan Muck, and Passimian. I won 3-0.
To be clear, though, you didn't try to set hazards on Mega Diancie this time.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. I did not put webs on my own team by trying to set webs against Mega Diancie.
Excellent.
I didn't have any. In fact, I wasn't even running hazards.
Oh, funny. You saw Mega Diancie and decided not to run hazards. I wonder why.
I mean, I didn't run hazards against any teams this season so far, but...
Oh, geez. Anyway, I hadn't noticed. Anyways, go on.
Yes, so moving down the line here. So we already covered Liverpool. We already covered Ohio. Already covered Oregon. Philadelphia. Braviaries versus the Pittsburgh Steelix. 4-0 in favor of the Braviaries. Tapu Bulu went in, picking up 5 kills.
Yeah.
And that was...
Bulu goes in.
Oh, yeah.
Bulu against Sand is just a great matchup, almost always.
Yeah, so it's Mega Manectric, Hawlucha, Audino, Tapu Bulu, Umbreon, Archeops versus Uxie, Tyranitar, Excadrill, Jolteon, Togekiss, and Rotom. That's Vanilla Rotom. Which is still pretty good mon.
Is that another form?
It is.
Yeah.
It's a...
Rotom Ice Cream Machine.
Oh! That would just be Rotom Frost again, but...
Yeah.
I really want Rotom Radio, with Boom Burst.
Oh
no.
yeah, like normal Ghost type.
Yeah.
Normal electric?
Or normal electric, yeah, normal electric, yeah.
I was gonna say normal Ghost gives him 1 weakness. That's a yikes.
That is a yikes. All
That
right.
thing would be good.
So we covered that. Did we cover? Okay, Rochester versus San Jose. Week 3, Palisand, Vaporeon,
Pikachu.
Tapu Koko, Latios, Darmanitan, Credillion. Yeah, Pikachu. Not just a meme mon anymore. Picking up that 3 kills. It was a 2-0 victory in favor of San Jose with Sylveon, Rotom Frost, Garchomp, MagneZONE, Victini, and Pikachu. Pikachu picking up 3 kills. Pretty beastly. Gotta admit, man, that Pikachu is surprising everyone this season.
So highlights of week 3?
Yeah, highlights of week 3. I have to say the Manaphy 6-0 sweep is a highlight because getting that Tapu Bulu going in, that was a highlight.
I think it was a lot of tier 1s kind of showing their presence.
Yeah, showing why they're a tier 1.
3 kills.
Yeah. Tier 1s justifying their existence, but also Pikachu picking up 3 kills is definitely a highlight. Because a lot of people were very dubious about Pikachu going into the season.
It's a glass cannon, right?
It is right. It is the glassest of the glass cannons, and it's difficult to make work, but he made it work.
But, he has webs, and Pikachu has respectable speed.
Yeah.
And, you slap a light ball on Pikachu and click a Volt Tackle, and something's going to die, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's worked out. Now, a couple other... let me kind of flip back through here. I do think the match of the week is probably either Galesburg versus Akron or probably LAC versus
I think Chargebugs versus
versus
Oregon was fantastic. That was a great match.
Keep thinking Boston or something like that, but no, it's just because his name is Ballistic and it's fucking with my head. But yeah, no, I think that might actually. It's between those two, and I think the edge for match of the week is definitely Chargebugs versus Oregon.
Yeah.
That's a really good match.
Yeah. That was.
And so free agent transactions for week 3. Akron made a couple transactions. If you want to go over those, Adam, since you're here.
They're yours.
Yeah. All right. So
And also
I
because
made
you
the
got
move
usage out
where
of them.
everyone thought I was insane.
I did. Now, to be fair, we didn't think you were insane. We were just curious as to your reasoning, because dropping Megalatios
so hold on.
or
Let me-
Megalatias,
Dropping the best Mega in the format is like
second best.
almost unheard of. No, it's the best.
So I dropped
It is the best.
Megalodios and Tornadus Therian and Armaldo. Armaldo, yeah, but the other two, wild. I picked up Mega Altaria, Scizor, and Mudsdale.
See, I guess I'd be less salty about it if it weren't for the fact that Megalatias was a direct contributor in my problems going forward.
Yeah, but see, I don't care because I don't face him.
Oh, yeah. You say that now, wait till the playoffs, and then suddenly you're going to be like, I could have prevented
Michael in the
this.
finals.
If
Adam
makes
loses in the
Adam's
finals.
gonna be happy. Like,
Dude, if I make finals, I'm gonna be clapping my feet. I don't care.
hey,
Hey, but anyway,
And, yeah,
so,
and then I'm just gonna bring my choice scarf Scizor and just click U-turn.
okay,
fine.
well,
yes.
well, anyway,
Scarf-
yeah.
Go on.
So anyhow, there was another free agent transaction that was made, which is pretty much like 2 hours after that. Almost as fast, but not quite as fast as my pickup of Jolteon in season 1.
Jolteon's season 1.
Adam has a habit of
7
dropping mons that other
7
people
minutes.
immediately pick up, because no later than 2 hours after Megalatias was available to get picked up, Mike dropped Mega Charizard Y just like a stone, and immediately.
Which, to be fair, like it didn't quite fit his Charizard Y didn't quite fit his team
Right,
regardless.
right.
And Megalodios fits his team so beautifully.
Oh, I
Just,
know,
like,
I know,
slides in there.
and it took all of my prep that I had up to that point, and I had to just
Haha.
smash cut to me seeing that trade, and then like taking all my like a folder that says Ohio prep, and then just holding it over a trash bin and lighting it on fire with a lighter, because that's pretty much what
Lighter
I did.
or flamethrower?
Well, a lighter, because I can't hold a flamethrower in one hand.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
Yes.
It would be less than safe. OSHA would not approve. Anywho,
That's fair.
so now we move on to week 4, and going back to the top, because we always start with Akron, because we're just waiting for someone to pull that Flame Orb Facade against him again.
Okay. I'm facing Santoro this week.
Yeah, Santoro, if you can hear me, if you hear the sound of my voice, Santoro, if you're listening, please Flame Orb Facade this man.
Sam
He has
Toro
a Dragonite.
doesn't listen to
It
us.
pretty much does the same thing.
Sorry, he does have a It
I
kind of
expect
does.
nothing less.
He
Anyway,
got himself a Dragonite. Yeah, it's crazy. It's come.
so
Get yourself a Dragonite.
So, Akron versus Philadelphia, Mega Altaria, Breloom, Mamoswine, Miltank, Scizor, Rotom Heat versus Philadelphia Braviaries, Toxapex, Archeops, Umbreon, Metagross, Mega Manectric, Kyurem Black, and Akron wins 3-0.
Quick shout out.
Don't-
2 of the 3 new members came.
Yeah, and they definitely
And picked up
went in.
kills.
Yeah.
I mean, Breloom just is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love my boy. Thank you,
Dude,
Andrew. He showed me the power.
I think that, yeah, for whatever reason, I just think that Breloom is like Breloom and Adam just seem like a good fit. Like,
Well,
it seems
it's-
like a mon that fits playstyle.
Yeah, and
He's my little
honestly, you can tell that Adam is more comfortable with Mega Altaria than with Mega Latias. Which was the reason you made that transaction, was it not?
Oh yeah, I've played UU so much. I've used Mega Altaria and Scizor so much that I just felt way more comfortable with them.
And sometimes that's what you do. Sometimes you got to run with what you're comfortable and not necessarily what's strictly better.
And I created myself the priority God squad.
Ooh, that's
Scizor,
true.
Nameless
Yeah.
Pine Breloom.
All right.
Oh, jeez, that's awful.
So moving on to week 4. Piloswine, Crobat, Silvally.
You didn't say the match.
Or-
You
I know,
started listing Pokemon.
I know. I'm listing Pokemon. It's for Brooklyn. I was gonna name the team. I noticed that, and
okay.
if you guys had just let me keep going instead of interrupting me, I'd look less stupid right now.
Well, now you just gotta keep going, my guy.
Yeah. So I was at Silvally, Mega Venusaur, Arcanine, Xurkitree for Brooklyn, and Rochester brought Mega Beedrill, Cradilly,
yes.
Hitmonlee, Latios, Weavile, and Tapu Koko. And they won 2-0 against Brooklyn. It was a good match.
Beedrill is ridiculous
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Mega Beedrill went ham. 4 kills, didn't die, just...
I think he's starting to find his groove, and it's scaring me because I have to play him again.
Yeah.
I think he has to play. I think with that team, you have to end up playing it aggressively.
Right.
And it took him
Well,
a
you
second
can-
to like figure that out.
you can tell that he's definitely figured that out though, because look at this roster real quick. Look at this just this team of brings. Mega
disgusting.
Beedrill, Latios, Weavile, Tapu Koko, such speed and power.
Mhm.
And Cradilly is just kind of there. Oh, and
Cradilly is actually not bad.
I know Cradilly's not bad. No.
Don't hate on my boy Inside Out.
Inside Out Boy. Do you remember those from Nickelodeon, like way back in the day?
No.
Oh, they were like
No.
they were a bunch of like mini shorts in like the 90s called Inside Out Boy.
Oh
They were
my.
like little 5-minute short animations, like
That might have been
claymations.
that might have been slightly before my time.
Okay,
That's most likely true.
fair enough.
So,
They were also on a lot of the Nickelodeon VHSs. Anyway, moving on to week 4, continued week 4 anyway, is Chicago versus LAC. And
It was a weird match.
it was a weird match. It was 4-0 victory in favor of the Chargebugs. Chargebugs brought Salamence, Kecleon, Whimsicott, Mega Blastoise, Cresselia, and Slurpuff versus Alolan Ninetales, Blacephalon, Marowak, Incineroar, Forretress, and Mega Absol. And we'll talk a little more on that. I will say Mega Blastoise did some work picking up those 3 kills.
It
Keck
did.
is coming on its it's just Keck's just doing Keck things already.
I mean, yeah. It is Keck. Keck, I think, is probably, if not the best tier 5. It's close.
It's a good tier 5. We can say that.
Yes, it is. Like, if you're looking for a tier 5 for just about any team, and you don't have any roles that really strictly need to be filled, just pick Keck. You never know what utility you're going to get out of that boy. The week 4 stuff for Oregon versus EC hasn't been posted.
The match hasn't
Because
been
it
played
hasn't
yet.
happened yet.
Yeah, I figured that was the case. So
It has an extension,
yeah.
so it's going.
Yep. I just remembered that, yes. So we move on past that into Galesburg versus Pittsburgh. There's a 2-0 victory in favor of Galesburg. Gliscor, Roserade, Magmar, Gengar, Haxorus, Megalopony versus Uxie, Excadrill, Rotom, Noivern, Togekiss, and Mega Aggron. So, and that was
I want
a 2-0 victory. If I
I want to
say
give
that.
props to Rich though, because he
Mhm.
actually honestly he played I think he played Neek just about as well, if not better than anyone. Like
Yeah. Oh no.
it was.
I mean,
Yes.
It could have been his game
Well,
up until the end.
I
I'm
mean-
not sure if I can point to a play. It's been a while since I saw that match, but like my thought going into that was like, Neek is still undefeated right now,
Mhm.
but Rich actually played fantastically against a guy who was like kind of like who's basically the favorite in every matchup except for maybe like against Santoro right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say that.
I put Nick over Santoro right now, just in like
Yeah. Just a
In
little.
terms
Well.
In terms of the momentum is certainly
Team-
there.
Neek is
Team
no
is
longer
like team. I think
killer.
like
I
Team
hate
comp,
Neek with Necrozma,
No.
but we can
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
Nick
Anyway.
has Necrozma. It's honestly terrifying.
It's a good fit for him, and that's the worst.
Yeah.
Like
Honestly, amazingly, it has 0 kills right now. By the way,
it's
Yeah.
the threat of
Puts you up
Necrozma.
every game when it's there.
So here's a really, this was a interesting battle to watch. Kind of an odd battle to watch too. This seems to be the week for it, and that was the Los Angeles Solgalios versus San Antonio Sceptiles. Koala picking up his first win in the RDL and doing it in style too. That D-Dance Zygarde 10 getting 4 kills, just brutal. And that was a
he got
4-0
that one Dragon Dance up, and it was tough
and
to handle.
And it was pretty much GG after that point. That was a 4-0 win
Yep.
in favor of the Solgalios. They brought Azelf, Chandelure, Buzzswole, Zygarde 10, Cryogonal, Amoonguss. San Antonio brought Thundo T, Cofagrigus, Bronzong, Crocodile, Salazzle, and Megalatios. They brought Sub-Calm Mind Megalatios, which isn't an unheard of set, but it was an interesting set for this
We
matchup.
brought that a couple times last season.
Yeah. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying it's unheard of. I'm just saying it is an interesting set. And then we have
Sub-Calm Mind Bolt Beam's kind of all you need.
Yeah. He wasn't running Bolt Beam though. He was running Psychic and like Recover or something like that, or Roost.
That's a risky thing to do
Or
against
maybe I'm thinking
a team with a Scrafty in the back.
I don't know. It's weird. Like his set was odd.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Anyway, moving on to Liverpool BC versus Ohio Ninetales. Another close match. I think it might be a contender for match of the week for week 4. Not to toot my own horn. I lost. It was 2-0 in favor of Ohio. Lando T, Ferrothorn, Megalatias, Kyurem. Oh, by the way, thank you, Adam. Megalatias, Kyurem, Snorlax, and Keldeo. I brought Jirachi, Rotom Wash, Sarina, Alolan Muck, Diggersby, and Hydreigon.
Quick vote. Who thinks Mike's going to march back to the finals like he did in Season 1?
Okay, I wanted to bring this up when we were talking about transactions, because I absolutely think he's going back.
I think so, too.
He's the favorite out of that conference.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Right now, with the team that he has, and honestly, like, he's, like, I mean, what's his record right now after 4 weeks in? Is he 3-1?
3-1.
And his one loss.
3-1 with a
Plus. Yeah, 3-1 with a +7, with the one loss being that freeze on Ferrothorn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his one loss is really was just, like, there was a lot
Yeah.
of hacks in that battle, basically.
Mhm.
Like,
Can we point out that Ferrothorn has 7 kills?
Yeah,
we can point that out.
Ferrothorn's a tough
What?
cookie to break.
it is. Can confirm. I'm sorry to everyone I ever used Ferrothorn against.
Mega Ferrothorn.
Yeah, Mega Ferrothorn. Could you imagine?
Gets Regenerator.
Oh, Game Freak, if you're listening, please give me this mon.
That thing is going straight to Ubers.
I know,
Santoro
and
is
I will
listening,
ladder
Game
in
Freak
Ubers
isn't
with
listening.
that mon.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
Or no,
Like,
or worse yet, give it
I think-
make it like huge, and then give it like thick fat or something dumb. Like, anyways,
the game boiled down to like Michael like kind of removing all the answers that Cossack had for Ferrothorn,
yeah, literally, that's
and then
exactly
just
what happened.
sitting there,
Yup.
mm,
and then just sitting there and saying, "Try, kill me, I dare you."
I was so close.
that's
I was so
Teams have been
close.
doing that a lot all season, and it just keeps working.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, if you have something that's like ridiculously hard to kill, may as well.
Ferrothorn on your Gennaro brand run of the mill average draft team is frightening. Ferrothorn with Megalati and Lando T and Kyurem and Snorlax and Keldeo backing it up.
Yeah, now that you say that, it makes it all the worse.
Right.
That
Yeah.
like-
is actually disgusting.
Like,
He has Lando-
Because like
do you know
it's
how
so hard to bring like
I was that
What?
whole match,
it's
that whole battle, I was dancing on the edge of a knife. And there was and I never once felt like I was ever like teetering towards, like, it was always just like it was a tightrope walk and I fell off.
it's so hard to
I
bring like
actually
stab fire against Michael because like there's a Landorus in the back. Oh yeah, there's a Megalatias in the back.
Right.
Like,
Oh, it was
There's Snorlax
so
at
difficult.
Snorlax. there's
And-
that
I was so close to winning. If I had managed to land a second play rough on Megalatias, if I hadn't missed, I missed a play rough, and if I hadn't missed it, I would have maybe won because that would have KO'd Megalatias.
Yeah, this is what makes it scary as well, is that the two things that cover Ferrothorn, your fighting coverage and your fire coverage, Megalatias is great for switching into that.
Exactly.
Landorus T switches into the fighting hits like it's nothing.
fighting coverage.
Right.
And ground.
And Keldeo switches
like-
into the
Oh.
fire coverage.
Yeah, you can't.
Can we mention that he also? Can we also mention he has sticky webs?
Yeah, he can field webs if he wants to. He can run Specs Keldeo, set up some webs and win.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And, like just click buttons and like be annoying as heck.
That's the.
Moving
yeah,
on,
No, yeah,
I guess.
I can't believe his team. It's disgusting. And yeah.
And so we move on to our final battle of week 4, which is the San Jose Sharpedos versus the Seattle Supersonics.
Ooh.
And this was
I watched that. I watched that battle today.
You did?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because this was
I didn't
Clutch.
play it.
Yeah, this was Clutch piloting Sam's team, and you can tell by the score, which is 5-0.
Infernape put in some nice work.
Well,
No,
it's interesting to me, like, because
no-
Clutch played my team
So-
like Clutch would play my team.
Here's the deal. I think now I'm gonna say this because Clutch is a really good coach. Because Clutch is there's a reason Clutch is everybody's front office. And Hive didn't know. I don't think Hive knew this going in because Hive is one of the new coaches this season. And I think if it had been a veteran coach, they would have maybe expected this, because I had a similar result my first time facing Clutch, because I was Clutch's debut battle in the RDL, and I got destroyed.
I beat him down with a Florges first match.
He
It's okay. You got beat down by a Reuniclus this next match.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I got utterly curb stomped by Clutch in my first match against him.
By a Donphin.
So
You
I
got curb stomped by a Donphin.
I cannot put any blame on Hive.
Cossack was my first win in RDL.
Yeah, I'm a lot of people's first win in the RDL.
Can I mention that you were also my first 6-0 in RDL?
You know, hey,
I don't think I've had.
So like, okay, what that match boiled down to was Bean handle Mega Pidgeot, which the team that I brought didn't switch into very well at all.
Dude, you kept that thing from mega evolving for about halfway through the game. It was really impressive.
It was, you were doing a very good job of saying nope. Like he'd be like Mega Pidgeot, nope. Mega Pidgeot, nope. Nope. Keep
like, that was the whole game. I had to deny. The whole point was to try and deny Mega Pidgeot because I could not let that Mega up for free. Yeah. And then once I got that out of the way, it was really hard for him to take speed control out of Infernape.
Yeah,
which was
so
like,
it
was like mix 4 attacks with a Z move.
The brings for this battle, San Jose. San Jose brought Mega Pidgeot, Garchomp, MagneZOne, Araquanid, Sylveon. God, I hate Araquanid so much. Sylveon and Victini. And Seattle brought Tyrantrum, Hippowdon, Infernape, Shaman, Musharna, and Mega Caesar. Disgusting.
He had Scarf Victini. I had Scarf Tyrantrum.
Yeah, because I knew that the Tyrantrum was Scarf because it made sense, especially with the Mega Pidgeot denial.
All right, so there were a couple free agent transactions this week as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that was I dropped Honchkrow and picked up Frostlass for reasons that will become clear later. And
I mean, as a spike setter, you can use the spikes for your team,
right? And I can use it for chip if I need to, its dual stabs are not.
It gives
bad.
good chip.
It gets good chip, and it sets down spikes, and it Destiny bonds if absolutely necessary. It's got some utility to it.
And it can deny defog and
more importantly, it's fast.
Denies defog, denies spins. It's fast. The other thing is that you can play some mind games with the threat of Destiny Bond.
Yes,
you know what I mean. People are hesitant to go ahead and click the button to take out a 1 HP.
Especially when you're
they're just gonna lose something to it.
Right, especially because you got to consider and that's why Frostlass is nice because Frostlass is fast, base 110. It's pretty speedy.
Yeah, I mean, if you taunt on the first turn, you're probably going to be faster than the lead unless it's scarfed or a very fast thing.
Right. And that's the other thing.
That guarantees that they have to attack. You're guaranteed to get up a layer of spikes. You know, it's
Frostlass. I just feel like Clutch pointed this out, and that's why I kind of made this trade, which is the case for a lot of the free agent transactions in the league. At the end of the day, he was right, which is that Honchkrow is kind of redundant on my team. As much as I like Honchkrow, it was redundant. I wasn't bringing it because I had other options that were better in pretty much every matchup.
You have Hydreigon.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so were there any other free agent transactions this past week? Yes.
Yes.
Seattle. Go ahead.
Yep. We can talk about those because the thing is, I'm at least proud of the fact that I discussed these with Clutch, but I think that both of them were like my idea to start with, right?
Yeah.
Because
something like that.
because our swap was dropping Shaman and Musharna for Celebi and Granbull. The thought process that went into that was that Shaman was fine. I know coming back in that, like, for me, it was kind of an awkward piece. Clutch has played more with Shaman recently. I like Shaman, but I'm not sure if I like Shaman for the team.
I love Shaman.
Yeah. I'm glad that you got to bring Hedgelord for one last ride. But like, so the thing is that Clutch and I in discussions about the team, the thing that we both agreed on, Clutch brought this up originally, was that for the way it played, we needed another rocker, because if we wanted rocks, Hippowdon basically had to come. Infernape can't spare the slot, and neither can Tyranitar.
Which makes it easy to kind of predict, especially because...
And I'm not even so worried about people predicting Hippowdon coming so much as I'm worried about having to bring it week in, week out. Well, like, it was just becoming confining, and it was too much of a burden to bear. Like, people can predict my prep all they want.
Well, no, it's not just predicting the prep, though. That's not what I mean. It's also they're predicting the rocks. It gives them an opportunity to, like, if they see the Hippowdon...
Anti-lead.
Yeah.
I get
they
that.
They can do something with it.
Well, it's not even anti-lead. It's even during the match, if he tries to set rocks up, they can be like, okay, this is exactly how I'm going to counter these rocks going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
because they can switch into something to, like, force out the Hippowdon to keep the rocks off and things like that. And...
But that's going to be true. Like, that's true of any stealth rocker.
Well, I know, and I'm not saying that's 100% your reasoning, because obviously you're giving us your reasoning. I'm just saying that is also additional reasoning, not to.
It provides it provides more dynamic to where you don't have to bring Hippo every week if you need to check.
Yeah,
you need to bring rocks for that chip.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that for me it was much more about our prep than about anyone else worrying about the
flexibility
team. And that's what I'm saying.
Important. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that like I was feeling that in the first couple weeks of prep, because Hippo came a lot, and honestly, a lot of the matches that I lost, I felt like there's a match coming up that was played early where the fact that Hippo had to bear a burden kind of by itself really factored in heavily. And I definitely felt that with Santoro as well, was like, Hippo being my rock setter against a team where I needed rocks up against them was a problem. No question.
Because Hippo can be, to an extent, passive.
Yeah.
So, like, it can be, like, pressured and abused fairly easily. With the right set, it can be done fairly easily.
The thing that Celebi brings is that it has the bulk as well, and it can set rocks and everything, but it also has the ability to, it's got U-turn for pivoting out. It's got it has the ability to pack offensive pressure, right?
Right.
You really don't know what Celebi brings.
It's hard to pressure. It's a lot harder to pressure Celebi than it is to pressure Hippo.
Yeah. Celebi's really nice. I actually think Celebi is a really good pickup for your team, especially with Infernape and Starmie. Like having a very, very flexible Firewater Grass core that, and like obviously you're not going to have to bring it every week, but the fact that if like certain weeks, that's a really good core to have.
I mean, I'll casually bring up that Celebi also gets Nasty Plot and Baton Pass,
and Sword Stance.
And Sword Stance. Yeah, that came up in, I think, Alola International the other day. Anyways, whatever the case.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then also the Granbull swap. I don't want to neglect that either.
No,
because
I think
that's a fairy consolidated.
Yeah, we wanted consolidating our bulky psychic into our grass type and basically not losing anything in the way of like speed tiers was super nice. And then Clutch and I were just talking, and I was like, well, we need a new tier 5 now. And I'm scrolling through, I saw Granbull, and I was just like, what happened is that I was looking through the typings that we didn't have, and I was like, we lack a fairy. I wonder if there are any good tier 5 fairies. And then I remembered how Granbull ruined my life last season.
Yeah, I was going to say Granbull went in against you last season.
It was because I didn't click Iron Tail. I could have had a chance in that match.
But you realize you realize you click Iron Tail and you miss.
As far as
I do. Yeah. But like I wanted a 75% chance in that game rather than clicking Earthquake when I was in grassy terrain because I'm an idiot.
As far as
as
far as budget fairy types go, Granbull is a good budget.
Granbull is really nice.
It won't come every week, but like having it there would be nice. Like honestly,
having it in the back
it would have been great to have against Santoro, honestly.
Yeah.
Because of that Dragonite.
It's a decent Dragonite check,
Yeah, because Intimidate's great. If you don't have rocks up, it can switch in. get the Intimidate, fire off some play roughs, hope you don't miss.
Decent
Anyways,
natural bulk.
Yep.
yeah.
So
It's an option.
And a pretty nice.
Attack.
It's a pretty respectable attack stat at like 120.
Yep.
Yeah. So we both feel like the move is good, or at least I can speak for myself. I feel like it was a good thing.
I think
I thought it
most
was
of
good
us
news.
here think it's a pretty good move. So we've got some time. So I'm gonna add one more thing to do, and I think that even though some of the matches for this week have already happened, let's take a look at the pick'ems. So we'll start at the top and go down. Solgalios versus Chicago. I think it'll be an interesting match. I think that the Solgalios have a slight edge.
Zydog is kind of a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zydog is a very big problem.
Is it the fastest thing in that matchup?
I think so.
I think it is.
I think it beats most of Storm's team naturally.
No wait. 150. I think it's speed ties with Mega Absol.
Yeah,
I might have my
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a speed tie with Mega Ab.
But one D-Dance will fix that.
Yeah. When you get a D-Dance
I
up,
gotta fix a sucker punch.
well,
Well,
in E-Speed,
that's true.
though, like
E-Speed.
you could
faster.
run a Bandit Zydog and quick
And E-Speed's gonna mess up an Absol.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, that'll tear through my boy.
Yep. So but I still think it'll be an interesting match.
It will.
Oh yeah.
It's two relatively offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
And next is Oregon versus Ohio.
I like this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
gonna
gonna
be
be a good
fun.
match. Match.
Potential.
This is gonna. I think that I'm gonna say this will
That
probably be
has,
match
like-
of the week.
Yeah, that's written all over it.
Yeah.
There's like one or two others I could maybe see
Mm-hmm.
contend with that.
I think.
And those are both.
Yeah. So then we have the Chargebugs versus EC. Gotta go.
Yeah, I'm just going with Emerson.
gotta show support for our boy Emerson.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I picked Emerson in that, but I don't know.
I think it could go
didn't
either
look at
way.
that It could go either way.
I didn't look. I'll admit I didn't look too hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and look at these two teams real quick just to kind of get more familiar with it.
It comes down to the how well. I don't think it becomes an issue. I think with who am I thinking about? Meta. I think Dragon Dance Megatar is like a problem.
Yeah.
Ooh, what does he do against that?
Yeah, so deny setup to it somehow. But
Yeah.
I
just realized
feel
Meta-
like
Meta doesn't really stock a fighting type, does he? Like, not one on his roster. Yeah,
If anything, he has to bait the T-Tar.
his resists for
Yeah,
T-Tar
A
are
sneaky
With-
set or something.
with
Or a berry.
yeah, and I think berries aren't easily DD dual stab plus earthquake kind of covers everything really well, and I think literally I think with Chip on Blastoise that could in one Dragon Dance that could potentially be game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, the hardest thing that I see about this is that he doesn't have a whole lot that can hit Megatar that hard either, because Megatar's going to have that special defense boost, and a lot of the things that hit Megatar super effectively with stab are hitting on the special side.
You might have to rely on a
Mhm.
you drain
Yeah,
punch or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Heatran's not breaking Megatar, and Nidoking's probably not breaking Megatar, at least not in a single hit.
No.
That's kind of rough. I mean,
That's a
Metal
problem.
will
Earthquake
have something
plus
probably. You can't
crunch is
ignore
problem.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have two.
Yeah.
fighters.
So
But they don't like Stone Edge very much at all.
No,
yeah,
not at all.
it'll be an interesting matchup. And
It will be.
it'll be that. I think that one will also be pretty fun to watch.
Probably.
Yeah.
Then we have Liverpool versus San Antonio. I'm gonna say that this will probably be another contender for match of the week.
You got
I'm
some
gonna go-
confidence there.
I got some confidence. I'm not now. This is a tough matchup.
You can
for
handle
me.
Manaphy.
Yeah. I've got
at the
I've
same
got
time.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I don't now here's the deal. I do not think it's gonna be as tough as my battle with Mike was, because yes, he's got the other Megalati, but other than like, I mean, it's still, and he's still got a pretty beastly team backing it, but I think my matchups are a little bit better than they
I think
were.
yeah.
One thought: watch out for a swords dancing Lucario.
It's funny. Me and
One
Sam
swords
said the same
dancing,
thing.
That boy
Yeah,
is
yeah.
punching holes.
They
Big-
both said the same
Oof.
thing to me.
Yo,
SD plus EC plus
but
dual stab.
I don't want to. Well, but here's the thing: is that what I would point? I could point something out to
What's the
Cossack right now, but
earthquake?
we've actually already discussed prep for this a little bit, and
Yeah,
so I don't want to discuss the thing
yeah.
that we talked about.
So-
the thing that would fix literally all your problems that I can think of right now.
Yeah. Moving on to Pittsburgh versus Rochester.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Andrew has a lot of sand checks.
Yeah.
He has
got a
like
lot.
one
lot
of
of
he has like
Punch
if
holes.
not like the best like drill check in Vaporeon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Is there a better
Yeah.
check?
Like slow bro, but like
But then he can run X Scissor. He has literally nothing to
dude,
hit.
you realize how little slow bro
No,
takes from
I
X?
know it's still gonna do nothing.
X is, I
You're
mean,
like
and the thing is
20.
that, like, the funny thing is that Vaporeon is naturally more specially bulky anyway. Like, you have to run defensive investment to get it defensively bulky.
Yeah, you just run like max defense.
I mean, the
But
thing
then
about it
it's-
is just
it's
it has so much HP. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Vaporeon. I want to draft it someday, but like,
The problem
I do
with bringing
too.
Vaporeon here is the fact that he has Jolteon, Superior, and Chestnut, and Rotom. So
But I
he's gotta
mean-
be careful.
Yeah.
He has to be careful with it, yeah. But like, well, he has like, he always like don't like taking hits from Lottie or Darm.
Oh no, not at all.
Mm-mm.
I
Oh,
And-
wait,
oh yeah. Did I mention he also has the other best drill check in Skarmory?
wait. Look at Darmanitan and name a switch in.
He doesn't have one. I mean,
It doesn't exist.
just
It
in
doesn't exist.
general.
Oh
Um,
shit.
he doesn't exist.
So
Okay, here's the
Like,
thing though: is that
literally,
I
like, Flare
I get
Blitz
one-
plus Hammer on.
Yeah. I do want to say one thing. I in a couple episodes back, I had a "Rich, if you're listening" quote, and Rich like wrote to me a couple days later and was like, "Sam, I'm listening." But here you go, Rich, if you're listening, double switches. You need them this match. I mean,
yeah,
honestly, like smart switches here could like because he has things that like if you can catch Darm at the right time, like if you know when it's coming in,
yeah.
like
Don't let it
play
come
around
in.
it. Like,
Proper baiting and
yeah,
double
that's the
switching
thing.
is going to be
Yeah.
key here.
Yeah, bring
I
in-
could see Rich winning it. Like if if he
Yeah.
knows the Vaporeon switch is coming, like he could head for something that's a.
He could get into like a
like-
chestnut or something
Yeah,
like that.
Yep.
I have
So-
no
Into a
Rich
start-
list.
start
Anyway.
boosting.
Swiftly moving on to the next next matchup, which is Brooklyn versus Akron. I'm going to say Brooklyn, hands down. Just
Thanks,
GG.
buddy.
Oh.
Sorry, Adam, but you've lost this one. I'm
GG,
just kidding.
Santoro.
You want
GG.
me to post the team that I have in the?
All I'm gonna say about this match
So
is
that we can all read it off right now.
yeah. No, all I'm gonna say, Adam, is watch
Pikachu,
out for Flame
Pikachu.
Orb Facade. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
say. Adam, just watch out for Flame Orb
Dragonite
Facade.
is coming. It will beat me, and there's nothing I can do.
And we will all
I-
laugh at
I
you.
lo- I
Wait,
love that we can
yeah,
meme about
have a go.
Flame Orb Facade Dragonite because it's actually garbage. It breaks its own multiscale.
And I have a Mamoswine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's the
Adam, hey guys, Adam has no ghost type.
Santoro, if you're listening, please.
Wait, no, he has. He has the
Fine,
Pringles.
I have a
He has the
guess.
Pringles.
Oh,
I
I
forgot
have
right,
Pringles.
right. Yeah,
How
he
could
has,
you forget you
he
had
has
Pringles?
King Jelly.
I didn't forget.
Because he never brings it.
Anywho,
I brought it week 2, and I lost.
moving on. That one's gonna be that's actually gonna. I think that's gonna be a really good battle. That might also. I
That
think
would
that's
be-
that's
a
in
lot
I
my
of
was
good
gonna say,
matches set for
matches
this
week, there's
week.
like 5 of them.
yeah.
There's a lot of good matches
This,
set up for
this
this
week
week.
is definitely a lot of like real. This is
That's-
gonna be a lot of really tight
Mhm.
matches. I think we might be
Yeah.
seeing some of the tightest kill spreads like
Bro-
across
Mhm.
the board that we've seen.
Yeah,
Look at the
bro-
next match we're about to look at.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, Seattle versus Galesburg.
Oh, that one's gonna be real close.
Yeah,
Real close.
It's already been played and it's already posted.
Yeah, it's real close. As in,
True.
like
Yeah.
the
Wait,
fact that it's
damn
happened.
it!
Is
Damn
close
it!
to
I
all
knew
of
the
us.
result of this, and I still typed Seattle in the pick'ems. I knew the result of this 4 weeks ago. Once again, Cossack fucks up. You can all check that off your bingo cards.
Go ahead and spoil it for everyone. But yeah.
I'm spoiling it for everyone because of the comedic value of me knowing the result and still putting. I had an easy win for one of my pick'ems, and I just
threw it out the window.
Yep, I took my easy pick'ems there because I was just,
I'm an idiot.
Just like I'm still sad about that battle, yo.
Clutch took the right one.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, we'll notice that Clutch picked the right one. Because Clutch can do no wrong.
Michael didn't because I didn't post it. Yeah, Michael didn't because I didn't post the battle. We had it several weeks back. And it's worth noting though that I posted this in chat. I brought Musharna in this battle because it happened 3+ weeks ago.
Right.
And thus before we had dropped it, as a result, the Musharna for Grand Bowl move isn't actually effective until next week.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, so one
Magic.
Yep.
The last match is Philadelphia versus San Jose. And
that should be a fun match.
San Jose here. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Name a Kieran Black switch in.
They don't exist. That's a good joke.
In general,
I just find it funny to ask for one.
Yeah.
I mean, Lobro?
Yeah.
Still.
I mean, this is gonna be.
Strike.
Yeah. This
is. It's Fusion Bolt, but Slowbro doesn't take a lot. Slowbro's a dumb Pokemon.
It actually is. But yeah, I think that honestly, I think that Whitehawk is also kind of in the Andrew camp of I think he's probably going to snag some wins here in some of the interdivisional and interconference stuff.
I just want to point something else
That's
out before we go on to Mon of the Week. There is a distinct lack of faith in me looking at these pick'ems.
I mean, is that anything new though?
Hey, I picked you. It's fine.
If it wasn't locked, I'd fill it in for me too right now. But
it's already locked. Yep. Anyway, moving on to Mon of the Week, and our Mon of the Week is Metagross.
Yay!
Because Metagross is slept on quite a bit.
Honestly,
it's a good mon.
It gave me a little bit of a problem last week when I was playing Philly.
It gave Mike and I a fuck ton of problems.
It's got a lot of value for where it's more often tiered in, which is tier 3 in most leagues.
Usually 3, sometimes 2, but very rarely.
Oh, look, high facade.
Yeah, this thing. Okay, so let's just go. I'm gonna go down the stats real quick because Its HP admittedly is middling at 80, but its attack is 130.
Not bad.
Its attack is 135, and with a base 130 defense and a base 90 special defense, you can get away with 80 HP. It's base HP, and its special attack is base 95, so it can hit on both sides of the street. Much harder on the physical side, but you can run special attack if necessary.
The idea is, you could run an HP Ice if you wanted to, but you might be better off running Ice Punch.
Or just run Ice Punch.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Despite it looking much slower, its base speed is 70, which is slow, but it's not super slow.
Does get access to agility.
Yeah,
but that's a perfect range for agility.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great range for
70 just boosts you up to base 140, which means...
And with a Psychic Steel typing, there's a better than even chance you'll get one of those agilities in a lot of matches.
Meteor Mash is a great move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it gets Stealth Rock. This thing can do a lot of stuff. The set that gave Mike and I trouble was Assault Vest, and with max special defense investment. So nothing we did anything.
I mean, Steel Psychic's just automatically the great defensive typing.
Yeah, that's why Jirachi's so good.
I will note as well that it's a I'd say that if you draft Metagross, probably, and you're in a Z Captain system, probably save your Z Cap for something else because Metagross really appreciates
other
using
items.
other
Yes.
items. It's a
It is-
fantastic berry user.
It's a great
It's a
berry
good
It's a
Z
good Z
captain,
captain,
though.
but
I
like
will-
it loves using berries. It likes assault vest. It
It
likes
likes life
leftovers.
orb,
There's a lot of things that
lefties,
Choice bands.
well.
choice bands. There's
Choice
so
bands.
many things you could be running on it.
Wait, we were just talking about this earlier. Metagross gets Trick and
Yep.
Gyro Ball.
Yeah, which means
Mhm.
you can run
Right,
Iron Ball, Trick, Gyro Ball set.
Trick. To hit those pesky levitating mons.
Yeah. Levitate user getting you down, no pun intended. Just trick it an iron ball.
Yeah.
It also gives
Yeah.
gravity too, which is super cool.
Imagine
Yeah.
if this thing got Curse.
No, don't.
You know what? Do you know what I wanted for a long time? Was I wanted them to give Metagross gear shift or shift gear or whatever.
Oh,
That
shift
would
gear?
make
Oh.
sense, but it would
would-
bust it.
It would bust it instantly. Can you imagine Mega Metagross
Oh,
with gear
no.
shift?
Oh,
no,
that
that's
would
going
get-
anything goes.
Yeah, that's like that thing gets
that's
banned
AG
from
instantly.
Ubers.
Yeah.
Regular Metagross would be Ubers.
Yeah, regular Metagross would be moved to Ubers. Mega Metagross would get banned with shift gear.
Imagine with this defense stat if Metagross got Calm Mind.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah,
It's
it's
a-
a cool mon. Like it really is.
I will say that I think the reason that Metagross does end up in tier 3 is because even though it has a fantastic typing, it's got a like high attack stat, it's a
Got a
good setter,
great
it's
move
versatile.
pool.
There's the thing that I find when using Metagross these days is that it's been kind of a victim of power creep.
Yeah.
In the sense that if you don't invest it in bulk, it doesn't take hits well. Honestly, like it's surprisingly frail when you don't invest it in bulk.
Right, because
But if
that's
you
base
invest
80
in bulk-
HP.
Yeah, but if you neglect its attack, you can't.
Right.
It's
Well,
it's not
and-
going to hit very.
It's still gonna hit hard.
It's going to
well,
hit hard, but not
um,
very. Like
Not
and
if you
quite
just
as
go,
hard.
yeah, if
Because I'll go
you
into
just like throw your spare EVs into attack, it's not like
if you'll
it's
allow me
all of a
to.
sudden you're left kind of lacking, I guess.
If you'll allow me to kind of quickly go over a little bit of kind of the elements of bulk that is required for something to be properly bulky.
Yes, Thought Master, teach us.
So when I'm looking at a mon, I'm looking for, because I am pretty good at squeezing the bulk out of just about anything that has any potential for bulk, no matter how small. HP is the first stat I look at, because you can have really good defenses, but if your HP stat can't support those defenses, you're still fragile. Yes, exactly. No, Shuckle is actually like the case in point example of this, because Shuckle's defenses are sky high, but its HP stat is ridiculously low. So even though it's gonna tank some really hard hits, it's only gonna tank 1 or 2 really hard hits. Where if you look at something like Toxapex
Alamola.
or
Pex has a
Alomomola,
really low HP stat.
Or like Vaporeon, as we mentioned earlier.
yeah, but Toxapex still has like a higher HP stat than Shuckle, right?
True.
Because like Shuckle's
Yeah.
is really low.
Everything.
Yeah.
Except maybe a Rattata.
I raise you Shedinja.
Oh,
I
that's true. Yeah, the lowest. And like,
Yeah.
but a good example of like the balance I'm talking here is, Ferrothorn has only base 74 HP, but its defenses are so high that even with a little bit of HP investment, you're still gonna, like, if you decide to invest in HP, those defenses will still stand you in good stead.
Is there any Bulkmon where like you're like, I want this to be bulky, more than just like teching slightly, and you don't just max the HP instantly?
There is no.
Alamola is honestly one of them. You can throw it in both defenses.
You
'Cause
can.
that HP is ridiculous.
Alomomola is one of the few that you can. Another one that you can is like Chansey, you can get away with it. Blissey, you can get away with it. But I would venture to say that in most cases, you're still better off dumping into HP on both of them, because their HP, like, already by itself is redonkulous. When you actually invest in it, it's just like, cool, a close combat, I just tanked it still because can.
And that's why you run counter Chansey.
Yes.
So another thing is that, like, honestly, my favorite Metagross set to run, other than maybe Agilagross, which, by the way, my first ever OU team was Gen 4 Diamond Pearl Platinum, and was
Agilagross.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, it was Heart Gold Soul Silver. Was the meta? I ran a set trying to make Agilagross work, and even in that meta, like it was kind of niche.
Yeah.
But like in Gen 5 had this excellent set where basically what you did is you ran Stealth Rock with like Bullet Punch, Pursuit, and like Earthquake or Hammer Arm as like kind of an anti-lead type thing.
Yep.
And honestly, like it's a good setter in the right situation, and you can throw like Shookaberry on that if you want, or Chop, or
well, it used to be really
Chop, not Chopple, but
it
like
used to be a really nasty explosion user back in the day.
Oh yeah, but but not in Gen 5 because that was when the nerf happened. But the thing is that honestly, like I think my favorite way to run Metagross these days is like run it as this kind of bulky attacker, throw as much as you can into HP, tech some defenses if you want, but make it adamant and dump whatever you have left over into attack. Give it Bullet Punch, give it Meteor Mash, give it some coverage, give it Pursuit if you want, give it Stealth Rock, whatever, and just let it go to town. It's a good draft mon as well. Just like I really can't underestimate, like I can't underemphasize the fact that I think it's underused with like berries because it can bait stuff really well. Like Heatran thinks it's got a kill, or like
Zygarde 10
type, Darmanitan, Zygarde 50, Zygarde 10. Like, I mean, Metagross is an excellent trapping mon. Honestly, like I'm looking forward to using it someday. I don't know if I'm going to use it.
Especially since it learns Ice Punch.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, that's my entire spewing about my tied for favorite Pokemon.
Through the Aqua Berry.
Even with max HP.
236.
Holy.
It is a banded Darmanitan.
Okay, but Darmanitan, my guy. It's actually dumb because it's sheer force boosted choice bait.
I'm imagining like the meme with the salesman and like the car salesman like slaps atop a Darmanitan. This puppy can break through an Aqua Berry.
Even still, a sheer force life orb, which is somewhat common compared. Well, like Choice Scarf is most, but like Sheer Force Life Orb's a thing. It's doing 79%.
This puppy can.
That's ridiculous.
This puppy can Oko and Aqua Berry Metagross.
This bad boy can fit so many KOs in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Even better, it's just like
this guy will get
top of Darmanitan. This bad baby can fit no fucking switch-ins in it.
Yeah.
Like
this bad boy can get so many revenge kills.
All right, do we give like credit to the first person to listen to this and post that meme in spam chat and RDL?
I mean,
I want to see somebody actually create that meme.
It'll probably be meta.
We could probably get Meta to do it.
Yeah, Meta.
Yeah. Create memes for us. For our pleasure.
Do memes for our amusement.
I mean, he already fixed our picks, so.
Yeah. So, anyway, that covers it for this week. We're gonna be starting our Alola International coverage next week, so I'm excited to do that. And I think it'll be really good covering 2 leagues. I think there's a lot of potential there, and I think it'll expand my horizons certainly, as well as expanding other people's. So
it'll lead to some format changes and some different stuff week to week, but
we're still doing general purpose again. It's going to be done once a month, and also because of that, we're debating on like a couple other types of topic that we're thinking about throwing out there. We'll see how that goes down the pipeline. So until next time, good luck in your drafts. May your picks not get sniped, and if they do, may you pick up something that you didn't realize is actually a better pick for your team than what got sniped from you. Peace. We'll see you next time.